back to another video. Today I'm talking about an anime that I'll hold dear of mine, Saiki K. Now Saiki is a show about a psychic, purple-haired person, along with his friends as he tries to save the world through 2 seasons while you seeing his family struggle. And also, he loves pudding. He loves sweets. He's a sweet person. Now, why you should watch it's a fun show. Honestly, it's not a harem anime, thank goodness, and it's more of a parody comedy anime. They have a little bit of action scenes here and there, right, where he showcases his power. He mostly plays into the overpowered protagonist as we meet two other psychics. There's a spirit medium, and then there's one psychic that can use a glass orb, but they really are insignificant of the story, as not a lot of people show up through the episodes. Even then, for the first 2 seasons, it's a lot of comedy with the pudding. You have the girl, blue-haired chick. I just don't know her name. Blue-haired chick that is in love with Saiki, so Saiki spends his time running away of him. Also, within the show, no one's really talking. That's the fun part. You'll see their mouths move. Sorry, Psyche's not really talking. Psyche's talking through communication, so you don't really get to hear his voice. What you're hearing is his inner thoughts, which is a nice play on, and until you get to the end of the second season before you get Saiki unleashed or rebuff something, that other series where he gets all his powers back. You don't get to hear his voice because all his powers suppress it. His powers are way suppressed, so he's never able to use the full extent of his powers. If he uses his full extent of his powers, world ending. Even played into it as when they took off both power limiters. There was a meteorite coming. But overall, the point of the series and the point of him is to save the show from a volcanic eruption at the end of the series, which is always fun. Of course, the end of the first show, Saiki, is not really the end of the show. You have to watch another part of Saiki where they do more, where they do over the content they skipped in the manga, and give you another ending where he gets all his powers back and eventually has to go back talking telepathically. Though, granted, it is funny when you think about it because you never get to see his mouth move. He's just only talking through his mind, and no one really realizes that until the end of the show. He smiles, but mostly, the comedy's top point. There's one clip, again, need an editor. There's one clip where his brother's introduced, right? And him and his brother don't get along, as Psyche's more of the supernatural and his brother's more scientifical, so naturally they're going to clash, as they have two different ideals and they view the world two different times of the spectrum, of course. And his brother wants to push Saiki to the limits, or figure out how to help his brother at the end to him seal off his powers and let him live a normal life. That's what his brother wants to do. But let me tell you something. His brother, pain, I ain't gonna lie, enslaves a whole town of people, makes robots for all of the old people. And then there's Saiki. That's like, why? How did I get dragged into this? He's very much, I would say it's less of a One Punch Man. I'm not gonna lie, because One Punch Man, they play more into the action, into the more seriousness, and pushes more into the shonen, kind of anime. They don't really stick to parody as much, unless you want to talk about Saitama's strength. That's when they really stick to parody in their comedy. Saiki's pure parody and comedy. Like, don't take it seriously at all. Now, you may see him pop up in like death battles and things, especially on my shorts. Sometimes even the characters pop up sometimes. But if he's not a literal taken serious character, he's a gag character at the end of the day. He's a gag character. He knows he's a gag character. At the end, like the start of the second season, is him saying, "Oh, we've been gone for, I think, 2 years has passed in the first and second season, but nah, it's been like 2 weeks. He just tricked you." Ooh, tell you, it is hilarious. I suggest you give it a watch. I'm gonna go give it a rewatch in a little bit. It's one of the shows that have great rewatchability. I probably say you should watch it. Let me know your thoughts when you've watched it, or if you've watched it, in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.